Stop believing that you have to stay in this small bubble, because if you believe that, then you're going to stay in fear your whole life. You're going to stay in the same predicament. You're going to stay stuck. You're going to stay depressed. You're going to stay living in anxiety and fear and not getting the things you actually want and missing out on all of the opportunities that you could be getting. You're going to miss out on being financially free. You're going to miss out on going to live in another country and experiencing the culture and meeting new people and expanding your mind. You're going to miss out on being yourself. You can influence situations. You can influence reality. You can take initiative in your life. Initiate with life. Don't hold back. Don't just live life like an extra in a movie. Live life like the main character. Take initiative. Do the things that you want to do. If you have an inkling to talk to somebody and you find something interesting about them, give them a compliment. Talk to them. Say something to them. If you want to get in shape and change your life, take initiative. Go to the gym. Get on a program. Get a coach. Whatever you need to do. If you want to learn something, take initiative. Open some books. Buy some courses. Learn the information. And stop distracting yourself. Take initiative to change your life. My entire life changed when I realized that I could stop being a pussy. When I realized that I did not have to let fear run my life. When I realized just because I felt fear does not mean that I had to have fear. Having fear is where you feel a feeling of fear and you let that stop you from living your life. When you let that stop you from getting what you want. When you let that stop you from moving to that new city. When you let that stop you from going to a new country. When you let that stop you from going after new opportunities and starting your business or going after that girl that you really want. And I would let fear stop me from doing all of these things, and my life sucked. So in this video, I'm going to help you stop living in fear so you can stop engaging in this pussy ass behavior. So let's get into it. This is how majority of the world lives. They live in this invisible prison in their mind, and they don't realize that there's more to life. There's more that you can do. And what I realize is that you have to expand your mind. You have to face these small fears. You have to do the things you really want to do in life. And it may be weird. It may be against what everybody else does. It may be out of the ordinary. But that is you. You have to stop being afraid of being seen. You don't have to hide. You don't have to hide yourself. You don't have to hide your desires. You don't have to hide in shame. There's no way to live life. Why would you live like that? Why would you go your entire life suppressing who you are just so you can fit in with other people? Just so other people won't think something negative about you. Just so other people won't say anything about you. Because you want to kiss up to people and you want to be nice to people. That's pussy ass behavior, bro. You gotta be you in this life. You gotta take up space. I was friends with a big ass dude, bro. Like, this dude was like 6'3", 6'4", 350, 400 pounds. And he just walked around with these, like, I don't even know what size it was. It was shirts down to his knees. And then he just had these extra big shorts. Like, it's like 2001. And he just walked around like this 24/7 in the wintertime. Same thing. Same outfit. Cartoon character outfit. And you wouldn't think by looking at him that he got women. You wouldn't think that he was well connected. But guess what? He was. It's because his level of self-worth was so high. It did not matter how he looked. his weight held no bearing on his feeling of worthiness. So he felt like he was worth getting any woman. And he got a lot. He felt like he was worth being connected with certain people. And he was. He felt like he was worthy. His worthiness did not come from external results. The world will tell you, if you go on IG and just scroll through reels, or if you go through YouTube and you listen to a lot of people, they'll say, oh, you have to get external results. The only thing that matters is results. That's the only thing that matters. How the fuck are you going to get results if you do not stick with something for a certain amount of time? You do not get results immediately. You have to stick with it to get on that frequency. You have to fail. Who knows how long it's going to take? It's different for everybody. So why would you let external results, something that you cannot control, dictate how you feel about yourself, dictate how you see yourself? Why would you sit around and be sad because you failed a couple times, because you're not getting the results quick enough, and somebody else got the results like this and it's taking you a little bit longer? Or why would you sit around and be sad because you're not driving a certain car, or that you don't make a certain amount of money, so you're like, oh damn, I can't get no girls because I'm sad, or I can't make any money because I just can't get the results? It's like you have to form the discipline. You have to become that person. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a microwave thing. So realize this. Understand it. Your internal worth does not come from external things. And if it does, if you allow your internal worth to come from external things, you will never be happy. You will never be worthy. You will never be confident. You will never feel good about yourself, because you will always be relying on things that you have no control over. And the only thing you can control is your thoughts, which dictate your actions, which dictates your behaviors, which dictates your habits, which dictates your destiny. It's the only thing you can control. You can't control when the results are going to come. You can't control how they're going to come. You just have to do and feel worthy in the process. Every single action that you take, every effort that you take, think of it as a win, because it is a win, because you're taking a step towards being greater and being better. Do you not realize this? Do you not realize how good life can be when you start to see everything as a win, even the failures? And all of these wins start to compound. You're like, damn, bro, I did all of this shit. I read all of these books on business and I started the business and it didn't take off. Okay, this is just the training ground. All of these failures are recalibrating me. I have to iterate and iterate and iterate and learn and learn and learn. And then it's going to happen. Your worth is not tied to the external result, though. Your worth is only tied to your internal thoughts about who you are, how you feel about you. That's it. The voice in your head, that's where your worth comes from. And when you allow your worth to come from the inside, you just feel better about yourself. You feel better about life. Life goes smoother. You stop stressing so much. You stop sitting in a corner and crying all the time. You actually take action. You take more and more and more and more action. And every action compounds your confidence. It gets you into that frequency. And another thing, stop trying to prove your worth to people. Stop trying to prove that you're worthy to other people. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. Forget about them. The people that doubted you, the women that rejected you, the friends that left you behind, forget about them. You don't got to prove anything to them. You have always been worthy. You already are worthy. You just have to realize it. You have to go within and you have to literally sit with yourself and cut out all the distractions. I know you're afraid. I know it's hard to deal with where you're at in life and to deal with your problems. I already know, bro. I know it's painful. I know it hurts, but you got to sit down with yourself. And that's where the bliss comes into your life. That's when you can really be good with yourself and feel good about yourself and feel worthy, because you deserve the best in life. That's why God put you here. Understand this. I used to walk around depressed, sad, anxious, always on guard. And I was just addicted to so many things, bro. And I was just a pussy. I was afraid of the world. I was afraid of life. I was afraid of myself, to be honest. And do you want to know what transformed my entire life? What transformed my entire life was when I finally said, okay, I'm going to stop resisting. I'm going to stop running from the way that I feel inside, the thoughts that I think, the things that I want to do. I stopped suppressing my desires. The things that I really wanted to do, no matter how dark people say it is. The things that I wanted to do. And it's not even dark for real. It's just the things that I wanted to do. I stopped resisting. Because when you resist your desires, when you resist yourself, when you resist your spirit calling you forward, that's what desires are. Desires are your spirit calling you forward. It's calling you up. It's saying, yo, grow here, become this, be better. Go get this, go use this, enjoy more of life. This is what your innate desires are calling you to do. And if you reject that, if you suppress that, you're going to feel depressed. You're going to feel like shit. You're going to be stuck. You're going to be in a rut. And I have a whole article I wrote on this whole subject of being stuck. You're gonna be stuck, bro, because you're suppressing who you are. Your spirit is coming up and saying, yeah, go do this. And if you reject that because other people tell you, nah, don't do that. You shouldn't want to do that. You should do what we want to do. You should be more like us. You should fit in with us. You should be more normal. If you do these things, you are going to be stuck. You're going to be depressed, bro. It's inevitable. So unless you want to be a sad sack of shit your whole life, unless you want to be a pussy your whole life, you gotta stop being afraid of you. You gotta stop being afraid of your desires. You gotta go do the things you want to do. You gotta go live the life you want to live, because this is your only life. That's what I realized. I'm like, bro, why the fuck am I afraid for? What the fuck am I scared of? Why am I just sitting in fear 24/7 for nothing? For these niggas telling me that, oh, damn, you gotta be more like us. Nah, you shouldn't want to do that. The things you want to do, nah, bro, just chill out. Just be regular. Just stay in the same place. Stay in the job that you hate. Stay doing shit that you hate. Stay addicted. Stay a nice guy. This is what the masses would tell you, because this is how they're living. They're living in depression. So they want to put their misery on you because they're ignorant. And ignorance is just that they don't know. They don't know that your desires are what's really the best thing for you. They don't know that your desires is what's best for you, and only you know your desires. Only you know what you want to do. Realize that your desires are divine. Your desires are from God, and if you reject your desires, you're rejecting God. You're rejecting it. Realize this. Understand this. And the proof is the way that you feel. How do you feel right now? Tell me, how do you feel? Do you feel like you're in line with God? Do you feel like you're living in harmony with God right now? Do you feel like you're living in harmony with your spirit right now? If the answer is no, then you need to change something. And If you want to change, do what I'm telling you to do. Stop resisting your desires. And if you want an easy way to do this and to uncover your desires and really know yourself and know your shadow and know your dark side, I actually have a whole prompt on this. And it's going to go deep inside of you, deep inside your desires. You're going to get to know yourself. You're going to form a new identity of who you really are. And you're going to kill the old identity. And it's called Dark Side Alchemy. That's going to be in the link in the description as well. So click that and get that and change your life, bro. And it's going to be easy for you. So stop rejecting your desires, man. This is your only life. You're going to die one day. Act like it. If you want to stop being a pussy, another thing that you got to do is you have to change your self-talk. You have to change the way you talk to yourself. Your self-talk was formed when you was a child, and it's probably the voice of your parents punishing you, or authority figures or your teachers telling you that you can't do shit right, that you're not doing it right, that you suck, that you need to do better, that you can never live up to their expectations. So that's the self-talk in your head right now. If you've never changed it, if you just now hearing about this right now, your self-talk is shit. That's why you're a pussy. It's not because there's something wrong with you as a person. It's just the thoughts in your head and your behavior. So you have to change the thoughts in your head, because when you change your thoughts, you change your actions, you change your feelings, you change your habits, you change your whole destiny, your lifestyle, you change it all. You have to change the internal narration in your head. You have a narrator in your head narrating your life. Like, you remember in class as a kid, and there would be a narrator for a story. You are narrating your story in a negative way. And you need to kick that nigga out. And you need to take charge of this shit. And the first thing you need to become aware of is the bitch voice. And if you want me to make a whole video on this, I will. But the bitch voice is basically your lower self, your weak self, trying to keep you the same. Yeah, my camera was overheating, so I'm going to just do it in here. So the bitch voice is basically the voice in your head that's keeping you from your goals. It's keeping you from expansion. It wants you to stay the same. So when you set that goal to lose weight, when you set that goal to start a business, when you set that goal to be more social, your bitch voice is basically going to tell you, oh, don't wake up early. Stay in bed. Skip the gym today. Don't go talk to that person. What if they say this? What if they don't like you? That's the bitch voice in your head. It's literally a bitch. So you literally gotta tell her, like, nah, bitch, we're doing this. When you're in bed in the morning and you wake up and that bitch voice in your head says, nah, stay in bed, hit the snooze, sleep for an hour longer. You don't gotta go do that shit. You have to literally say, no, bitch, I'm getting up. You literally have to do this. Not forever. I don't do this anymore. I just get up. I just do the things that I need to do because it's automatic now. But for a certain period of time, you do have to do this. And another thing you need to realize is that you have to speak kindly to your real self. That inner child within you, that child that wasn't nurtured, that the authority figures didn't nurture when you was a kid and you just got neglected, you have to speak kindly to it. So instead of beating yourself up for failing, instead of beating yourself up for maybe missing a day or failing at a task, like say you went to the gym and you only did 2 exercises when you were supposed to do 10, and then you got anxious or something and then you left, or you just got irritated and you left. Instead of beating yourself up on the drive home and saying, damn, bro, you suck. Damn, nigga, you ain't shit. You have to speak kindly to yourself and say, damn, bro, we making progress. Damn, we're going to do better next time. I feel you. You was feeling anxious. You didn't feel good. This is hard. I realize it. I understand you. You have to speak to yourself like this. You have to change your self-talk. You have to talk good about yourself. You have to say like, yo, we're making progress. We're doing better. We're winning. And this will compound over time and make you better. So your self-talk, your internal narration is everything. And another thing to do is to do affirmations. Affirmations absolutely changed my life. I started doing them when I was like 19. And that shit just changed how I saw myself. And it's not fake. It's not magic. You're literally just changing your brain. You're rewiring your brain. Your brain was wired to be how you are now. So now you got to rewire it through repetition. You have to change your internal narration if you want to change your life and get different results. If you want to change your self-image. And affirmation, I wouldn't even think of them as affirmations. Just think of them as identity reinforcements. The identity that you want to have. Think of it as you're reinforcing that identity. You're reinforcing that person. You're bringing yourself up. And the last thing I want to talk about, the last thing I'm going to leave you with is self-image. If you haven't realized it yet, your self-image determines your entire life. It's how you see yourself in relation to the world. So the reason why you may be fearful, you may be unconfident, you lack self-esteem, whatever the case may be, the reason this is because of your self-image. Because you allowed your external world to dictate how you feel about yourself. You allow other people's opinions to dictate how you think about yourself. Leaving you depressed, leaving you sad, leaving you fearful, leaving you hating yourself and hating your life and thinking that you got to shrink up. And you got to be afraid of people, and you got to be afraid of situations, and you got to be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. But you got to realize that that's not really you. There's a deeper level to you. And you can change your self-image. Your self-image is not set in stone. Your beliefs are not set in stone. Your perspective is not set in stone if you don't allow it to be. You can change all of this because I am a walking example. I was mute. I was depressed. I was super anxious. I was fat. I was all of it. I was addicted to a whole bunch of shit. So if I can overcome all of that by changing my self-image and changing how I think and feel about myself and my perspective of the world, then you can too. You can change how you view yourself. You can change yourself. You can change. You can be better. This is what God wants for you. You have to realize it. God does not want you to struggle. God does not want you to be sad. God does not want you to be hopeless. God does not want you to be negative and pessimistic and to be realistic. You got to be delusional in the shit. You got to believe that you're the shit. You got to believe and start to believe that you're that nigga. You got to believe that you're him. You got to believe that you can succeed. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in the power that God gives you. You got to believe in that shit. Because what's the only other option? There's only two options you got. You can either believe in the power of God or believe in the power of evil. You can't have it both ways. You can't play both sides, nigga. So which one are you going to believe? You have a choice in this shit. So upgrade your self-image. And I'm not going to go in depth in it in this video, but I have other videos and articles on this. So if you can find them, I'll probably put some on the screen. But really make this shit easy for you and change your self-image, bro. You do not have to go through life struggling and suffering and hating yourself and just thinking negative, bro. You do not have to go through life being a pussy. You do not have to go through life being afraid. It's not who you are on the inside. That's not really who you are. And I'm a living testament to that. So that's it for this video. It's Zen Hustler. Hope this helped you, bro. I'm out.